So around 3000 BC, we start to see the second phase of Mesopotamian writing, when written signs started to represent sounds instead of objects. This was a big change because, up till then, they had only been used in a commercial context to refer to merchandise. The advantage of phonetic signs was that they could represent people's names as well as objects. The first examples were found on artifacts inside tombs or engraved on statues, and they were presumably meant to save that person's name from oblivion.
The strand of science known as epigenetics involves studying changes in organisms. It examines how influential the environment is on our genes. Research scientists have distinguished between two different types of age, that is, our chronological age and our biological age. The former represents the number of years we have been alive, whereas the latter considers the effectiveness of our body function. However, it has been found that the method of determining biological age isn't as reliable as once thought.
The phenomenon of avalanches has merited a wealth of research in recent years. Teams of physicists, engineers, geologists, statisticians, historians, and meteorologists are examining what causes them and attempting to predict their occurrence. They have noted that climate change seems to have had an impact on both how and when they happen.
Pigeons, one of the world's most common birds, have brains that are split into two, one half for normal functions, one for navigation. And that navigational system is a compass system for finding their direction. But their navigational abilities are being compromised. The Earth's magnetic pull is affecting the infrasound birds receive from north to south, and if these magnetic fields are altered, the pigeons could lose these skills. I've seen it occur on 3 race day occasions. Lots of birds went missing worldwide and did not come home for days. This remained unexplained for ages. Then scientists discovered that a surge in magnetic forces had affected the birds' navigational systems.
In the US, each plastic container has a number printed onto it. These numbers show the type of plastic used, and they let people know how to recycle the plastic. However, plastic remains one of the main sources of pollution in our oceans and food chain. Finding out exactly what to do with used plastic can be difficult, and many consumers simply don't know what the different numbers indicate.
Many societies have created the idea that it is common for women to use makeup. For example, female actors who choose to go out without makeup in their daily lives become the subject of discussion online, even when they're not at work when they're photographed. That may not be surprising, as the film industry has always valued beauty. But a study recently showed that women who work in other industries have experienced similar treatment. They found that in job interviews, interviewers made judgments on the ability of women based on their use of makeup. Because of this importance given to makeup, it's no longer just a personal choice for many women.
Britain's nature lovers are celebrating the previous year's good weather as it has improved survival rates of the country's butterflies. In the summer that year, we experienced warm and sunny weather, with some rain, which was perfect for the butterflies to survive. In fact, over half of Britain's butterfly species increased in number. The good summer comes after a very dry one in the previous year, which resulted in fears for the butterfly population. In general, however, butterfly numbers are still decreasing, and have been since the 1970s.
So, nudging is something that organizations do in order to encourage people to take action. It's a behavioral spur, if you like. So, rather than asking people directly to do something, they suggest it in a different way. Putting a product somewhere that consumers are more likely to see is a prevalent example of this. Others are encouraging office workers to use the stairs more by exemplifying the health benefits it brings, or tax authorities encouraging late taxpayers to pay by informing them that most of their neighbours have settled their accounts. So, let's consider some case studies.
You may have seen in the news that a new material which is suitable for making safety clothing has recently been developed. The amazing thing about this material is that it shines light and doesn't simply reflect it like other materials. Yet it is just as thin as the shirt I'm wearing right now. This is possible because the material is made with gold. The reason I'm talking about this today is because this material was created at our university by some of our colleagues.